Hello and welcome to another episode of the Uncommon Energy Podcast. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about the Pokemon Presents and Pokemon Day, which took place this past Friday. Lots of relevant competitive and Pokemon trading card game announcements happening there. We will talk about this past weekend's Seattle Regional Championships, both the results and also some interesting things that were happening from TPCI at the event through the course of the weekend. We will have Guess That Flavor Text, everyone's favorite segment of the podcast. And then we're going to wrap up this week by talking about Ascended Heroes, which is legal for play starting this Friday. And it will be legal at a special event that's happening this weekend down in Puerto Rico. And I believe there should be a live stream. And if there is, I'm assuming Azul will be doing a co-stream of it. And then we are going to, of course, have our weekly bonus episode exclusive to our YouTube channel members and Spotify subscribers. My name is Chipper Chi, joined here, as always, by my friend and co-host, Azul GG. You know, Azul, I saw someone say in your Twitch chat last week, you know that the first few episodes of the podcast, Chip didn't introduce Azul as his friend. I haven't gone back and
You
fact checked it, but maybe someone should.
was just
Oh,
joined here as always by Azul
who knows? I
GG.
don't know. I should have. Maybe I should have before I brought this up done some fact checking. But
Have you been doing this intro like this since we started? I feel like you did, like
I've been doing it like this for
a
most of
long
the
time.
episodes, like for like 95+% probably. I don't know for sure if I've been doing it the same way for as long as I can remember at least.
Okay. Yeah.
But we started what it was like February or March of 2022, I think, right? So I guess this is 4 years now, right? We're in February/March of 2026, so it's
Yeah.
kinda crazy, bro.
It's been quite a while. Is that when we came back from things post-COVID? Was around this time?
Yep,
It's so
March
hard to remember any of it.
2022, yep.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get well, you were saying something and now I've sidetracked it. Are we into it now? Is this it?
We are in yep, this is
Yeah.
it.
So we're both
Joined by my
in
friend and co-host Azul GG. What's up, Azul? How we doing? How's your
uh
week been?
pretty good. I mean, obviously Cassie in Seattle. Before I get to that though, man, I had some I remember we talked about this. I don't know if it was on the bonus episode, but it was like you asked me somehow the conversation can be like, Azul, if there's one thing, if your house was burning down. Oh yeah, because we were talking about like collections, I think, on the bonus episode.
It was
Like,
on the bonus episode, yeah.
yeah, and I was like, the one thing I'd grab is my computer. My computer did break last week, which is really obnoxious. And it's like the one thing that is like super stressful to have to deal with because it's literally everything I do is on my computer, like stream on my computer. I don't edit my videos anymore, but all that kind of stuff. So that was pretty obnoxious. But I got that fixed before I left. Thankfully, it was like a quick problem. Got it fixed, and honestly, my computer's working better than ever. So got that all done before Seattle, then got to Seattle. So I was like one thing I didn't want to have happen because I didn't want to stress me out over the weekend and have that be on my mind. So I got it taken care of as soon as I could. Went to like a local computer shop, had them fix it up, and apparently it wasn't that big of a problem. But it wasn't something I would have been able to troubleshoot myself. Something with the BIOS. Um, and then
Speaking a
got to
different
see.
language to me, buddy.
You don't know about the BIOS?
Dude, you had to help me
Yeah.
install extra memory in my
Yeah.
computer.
That's true, that's true. The BIOS is like I won't get into it. A lot of people know what the BIOS is, but, um, most of it's
Nowhere
not
to
too
stay knowing.
most of it's not too complicated. Like, I'm pretty good with computers for the most part, but couldn't troubleshoot this one this time around. But yeah, then Seattle, had a ton of fun. Honestly, I wish I had gone a day. I guess it kinda worked out 'cause, my computer I was gonna, like, stream on Thursday, and I go to boot up my computer, wouldn't boot up, had to take it in, got that all taken care of Thursday. But honestly, this is something I had thought about. Like, I kinda just wanna go a day early. One of my favorite things about going to these locations, because most of the locations are in big cities, Peoria, but, most of them are in, like, pretty big cities. Dude, I just wanna go to, like, some of the good food places. We just have no time, whether you're competing or this weekend casting. And I've been to Seattle a couple times now, and I went to a couple places, but there's not just no time when you're competing or casting. So honestly, the next couple tournaments I go to, I'm probably just gonna try and show up a day early and just go to a bunch of food spots. Try and get in on like if I end up going to Houston, I'm getting in. Honestly, for Houston, I might get in 2 days early because
Dude,
barbecue
you
food is some
love
of my favorite.
barbecue.
It's so good. And I've never been to any honestly, like obviously, like, the people who live in Texas are gonna say some of the more popular ones are, like, whatever, there's, like, better local spaces, but I haven't been to, like, any of, like, the big name, barbecue spaces in Texas, maybe, like, 1. So, I honestly, if I do go to Houston, I'm gonna show up a day or 2 early and, like, rent a car and just go hit up a bunch of food sp a lot probably just a lot of barbecue spots, to be honest. But that's, like, one thing I really want to do in Seattle a little bit, but there's just no time. I really do gotta, like, try and show up a day early to go on some food adventures for events. So that's like the one thing I feel like unfortunately missed out on. And I did think about it. I did think about trying to show up a day early. But I guess it worked out because my computer broke. So I got to get that fixed the day before before I left. And then casting the event was fun though. It was a good time. Definitely still a little bit shaky in some specifics with my casting. Like when we're in the gameplay and stuff, I feel like I'm good at that point. There's still things I could do better, of course, but it's kind of all the stuff outside of being actually in the game where my flow is like kind of poor. Leading up to the game, the stuff on the couch. Although I feel like I did okay with the closing segment. I feel like yeah, I did best at the closing segment compared to the other. I think I was on the couch 2 more times
The
before
closing
that.
segments are always so easy because they're trying to get us out of there as quick as possible because
Yeah.
the show is always going late, and so basically everyone sitting on the couch has to say, like, one thing, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
usually pretty simple.
I guess I'm just yeah, I'm just like bad at inventing things to talk about because when I'm talking about the game of Pokemon, well, I guess I have to. It's different because even though like the average person looking at a Pokemon board doesn't see everything that's going on, I do. So for them, I'm inventing stuff, but for me, it's not inventing stuff. It's stuff I know.
Oh, dude, you
Um,
don't even know how bad it used to be with that type of thing because for so long now there's all sorts of pre-filmed segments and
yeah,
videos and clips that we show in between. But for such a long time, there was just nothing recorded that would show between rounds. There would be like there was I think for a while they just showed a screen that said, "We'll be right back." And then they evolved from there and started showing like little trivia questions, right? And then um but to mitigate how much of that there was, they would have us be on camera extra time before the round and extra time after the round just talking
yeah,
about dude, and it was rough sometimes, like, we're still sitting here talking about this tournament, like,
yeah.
so I'm thankful for all the pre-recorded content that happens now.
Yeah, and then even on top of that, like the analyst desk that Pablo was doing this weekend, having that segment be available is like a super. And I think it's like that's something like if I was a viewer of an esport, like whenever I watch League of Legends or CS:GO, I like it when they have those more kind of breakdown segments, so I can understand the game on a deeper level because I don't. So I'm sure a lot of viewers are appreciative of the analyst segments and the analyst role that they're having currently or the last couple tournaments, right, so far. So hopefully that continues because I think that's a pretty big deal. Actually, I'd be curious to know. Let me know in the let us know in the comment section. How do you guys feel about the analyst segment? Chip, you did it, I think, once,
I did
right?
it at
And
Las Vegas, yeah.
Pablo's done it the last couple times.
I may
So
or may not do it once more this year, we'll see.
yeah, so I mean, I
May
think
or may
that's a
not.
really cool, really cool thing to have because it's hard for the. I mean, it'd be a lot to put on the casters to have to jump back into that, and be able to pick out the best moments. But when that's like one person's job to do, they can really go more in depth on it and find the best things to kind of break down and explain. Give themselves some time to do that. And yeah, like you said, now that you have like the pre-prepared stuff. They had the Liam and Christian segment, and then
Yeah, that was a
the
good one, yeah.
Piper and, Skarzig had the they were chefing up a Charizard deck, which is
That
like,
was silly.
it's silly, but it's good content for sure,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Skarsgård drawing stuff too was fun too, like, having, people in the audience like, he was
oh, that was
drawing
a really dude, he's so good,
he
man.
is
It's, like,
good.
insane. Like, especially with, like,
For those who
how
don't
little it takes
know
him to get there to,
for those
like
who don't know, Skarsgård, does the thumbnails for the Uncommon Energy, like, regular channel, the not
yeah.
podcast channel. And he's so good, man. He's so, so talented, for
Yeah,
sure.
super good at that kinda stuff, so I guess I'm kinda
Shout
blessed
outs.
to come into the casting situation the way it is because I feel like we're not on the desk very much besides the actual gameplay. Like we're not
Yep,
sitting there very long. We're always talking about something fun or interesting. We're looking at the standings, we're looking at
yep.
the meta breakdown, we're looking at pairings. There's always something to like talk about. And as the person who's casting and talking about it, like I always feel like I'm engaged in what we're talking about and discussing. And of course, then we get into the gameplays and it's always um Always a good time.
Yeah.
Even the games where it's like, it's really one-sided, we're trying to, like, find anything for player A to do because player B is in such a dominant spot, that's still even fun to, like, break down and, go over. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be funny because like, sometimes we'll come out of a game I'll come out of casting a game, and someone who was watching the game will say like, "Dude, that's I don't know how you made it through that one. That was a rough one." Because, like, the gameplay was bad or it was really one-sided or something like that, but
yeah,
even when that happens, I think it's, like, fun and interesting and, like,
yeah.
there's still a story to follow within the game, right? Um, so
Yeah, have some fun with it. Especially like the Kangaskhan moments was like a standout one as far as that goes for the Absol mirrors. Honestly, that mirror, dude, I feel like previously I haven't played the mirror a ton. Previously, when I had watched the mirror, it was so much more engaging and back and forth. And I thought we'd
Yeah.
get more because of the Cypher Maniac, so it's easier for everyone to find their mist energy. But it really was just I didn't get Absol first, so now I'm gonna go into Kangaskhan.
Yeah, and
So
hope to get lucky.
yeah. What about you, Chip? How was your weekend? How was your lead up to Seattle? If anything interesting?
Yeah, nothing before Seattle super interesting, but Seattle was a good time. It's a long journey over there. 5.5 hour flight from Raleigh to Seattle. It's like the longest domestic flight I could probably take, to be honest, is that one. Unless you count Hawaii or Alaska, I guess. But um it was a good trip for sure. Had a good time casting with you. You're definitely like you're super good at the analyst part of what you do, like the uh being the color commentator alongside the play-by-play, so it's a lot of fun to cast with you. I think we mesh well, obviously, so it makes it a enjoyable experience. We got to do finals together for the first time as well. Last time we didn't cast finals, this time we did, and so it's always fun to cast those, like, highest stakes moments, getting to crown a champion, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Um, and it's interesting too when casting because it's like, you kinda have to hold each other keep each other honest because there's so many like Pokemon's a pretty complicated game where there's like a lot of different interactions and things happening and
Yeah,
paths that could happen. And so no matter how good you are at the game or how much you know or how long you've been casting, you're going to miss something seemingly obvious at some point. And for us, both it happened to both of us in the finals where
yeah.
you were we were both tunneled on. He has to gust the three prize Pokemon on the bench when there was just a Mega Kangaskhan in the active spot. You did it
Yeah,
in the first game, and then I did it in the second game. So it was kind of a funny moment, but,
yeah,
uh,
definitely. Made the best of the situation. It was one of those situations where it's like, I feel like this has come up before. Did it happen actually in a moment at the regionals? I feel like it did because I was talking to someone about it, where it's like, it feels like, oh, yeah, yeah, it was, maybe it was one of our games. Maybe it was the game we were casting where it's just like, don't remember exactly, but it's like someone drew prize cards so fast, it feels like the game shouldn't be where it is. It's like the
mhm,
Kangaskhan shouldn't be in the active, but it's in the active for whatever reason. I don't know if the player made I don't think the players made mistakes to leave the Kangaskhan in the active. It just feels like, well, the opponent needs three prize cards, so you shouldn't ever have a three prize Pokemon in your active. So you like start to analyze as if it's not there because it's like it
yeah.
shouldn't be here. Or I've had situations in gameplay where like game is further along than it should be or isn't as far as long as it should be on average. So like cards like Roxanne or something aren't online or they are online sooner than I thought they would be. So it wasn't even like a thought that I've had in my head because like on average the game is never here, but we're here in this one specifically. So those moments still come up for sure.
Alright, well, let's just go ahead and keep it rolling here into our full episode. Our first topic being the Pokemon Presents, which happened this past Friday on Pokemon Day, and they talked about a couple pretty big things. One, I think both things we knew that would be mentioned for the most part. It was like kind of obvious that they would be, but the first bit was that some news around, well, not really news, but they just showcased a little bit about Pokemon XP, which is, of course, going to be the event taking place alongside the World Championships this year in San Francisco. They tweeted a little bit of like key art for it as well, which is something I know everyone is usually pretty excited to see whenever all these things come out. Um, And yeah, this is what we got here. And I'm almost like I wonder if like this side is like the Pokemon XP focused stuff, right? And this side is the World
Yeah.
Championships focused stuff, is what it feels like. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that for sure. What is the deal with the space Pikachu?
Yeah, I don't know what the connection
Is
is
it a
between San
space
Francisco and
theme?
space.
Is there a connection? Like Charizard's blasting off.
And then Pikachu's just got a cape on this
King
side.
Peak on the other side.
King Peak. Oh, I didn't
Well,
even
I mean,
see his
yeah,
little
it's
hat, bro.
got a crown or something. Yeah. What does the Pope's hat look like? That kind of am I trolling?
Pope
Pope
Pikachu?
Peak? Doesn't he have a
Pope
big hat? Or
Peak?
am I not am I misremembering? No, the Pope's kind of got a big hat sometimes. But it's not like that kind of hat. That's more
Dude,
like
are
a
they
that's
gonna
gotta be like a
give the
royalty crown.
champion this to wear?
That'd be pretty sick. Actually, no, that'd be kind of too goofy to be honest.
It would be a little goofy.
It would be a little goofy. Yeah, I don't
Also,
get the nuances of the theme at all because they usually do theme it kind of on the location, right? Like, what is the? I mean, they do have the globe in the background, but there's like the San Francisco Bridge.
right.
I'm honestly, I feel like usually when you look at the theme, there's
Here's a
like,
cable car right here. It is a Rayquaza themed cable car, which is kinda
okay,
cool,
it's a
kinda cool.
cable car, yeah.
Also, shout outs More Grim getting some time in the spotlight here of
Dude.
all Pokemon. They got More Grim in the mix.
Also, I have seen none of anything from the Pokemon Presents. I haven't seen the new starters. I've seen because yeah, we're obviously casting at the event. I didn't take time. Wasn't on Twitter basically at all.
So
So
you
yeah, I
haven't
had
seen
seen
them at
nothing.
all?
I haven't seen the starters at all.
Oh, we're
This
gonna
is the
do a
first time I've seen
reveal.
this. This is the first time I've seen this as well. There's a Curlia with a suitcase and a hat. Dude, I don't know. What is the maybe in the comment section? Let us know. Do you
And
know
then
like
it's like
What are the theme connections to San
on this
Francisco?
on this side, it's all, like,
Pokeballs.
competitive Pokemon and stuff, it seems like. These are all VG competitive Pokemon except for Greninja. Greninja's not a VG.
Was that like the world winning VG team or something? I don't actually know. I don't remember what it was. Or is there
Oh,
just some of
last
them?
year? I don't think so, not a Greninja, but I wonder if this is like a hint to, like, they know what we don't know, that, like, Greninja Mega Greninja EX is gonna be broken, you know?
Yeah, trying to make a prediction there. I mean, like Fortress has no. There's no way Fortress is winning in any game, right? Or is that
No,
Fortress
Fortress
or
is good. Fortress, maybe not currently, but Fortress has been a very good, wait, Fortress, where do you see Do you mean this guy,
well,
Ferrothorn?
yeah, Ferrothorn. My bad.
Yeah, this has been a good VG Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Well, they
The
got
one
Drifloon. They got
the
Drifloon
one VG
Curlia.
tournament I played in, I had a Ferrothorn on my team.
Hmm. Do they usually try and do any kind of connection like that between the Pokemon that they show on this and previous worlds or anything like? I don't actually know, to be honest.
No, but there is a promo
Just
card that they've done the last couple of years that always features the previous year's world champion,
yeah,
the Pikachu Worlds promo card.
what's it called? What's the
Like
name of the card?
it's just a Pikachu card.
Oh, that card you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the Worlds promo, but no, in the Worlds promo, it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the other Pokeballs out there supposed to be planets? Like there's the Ultra Ball and the Great Ball. And the...
Like there's this one,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This card. How do you even get this card? Where does the card come from?
Pokemon League, I believe.
Oh, you just show up and go to League and you get this?
I think so. And there was this one too. I think wait, what am I trolling?
There's a Char. Well, there's a Charizard.
Yeah, Charizard didn't win Worlds.
It's always for the TCG,
Oh,
right?
this isn't a Worlds. This is just a play stamped one.
Oh, okay.
This one says Worlds on it.
The Scrappy Spark.
Yeah.
There's the Guardy one shouldn't be out yet, right? Or is it already out?
No, I guess it'll be next year or this coming
And
one, right?
then,
Yeah.
so is there
So we're
a
missing an
Iron
there's an
Thorns?
Iron Thorns one. Yeah, there is one. Hang on. Let me find it. I've seen it before. It might not be a Pikachu. I thought it was a Pikachu. It didn't come up on PKMN cards. It's just not on PKMN cards.
It does
Here it
exist.
is.
Oh yeah. So this is kind of cool. This is something that they've only done what the last 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah,
Um,
last two, I guess.
like some way to kind of like commemorate the victory in the card game. Like
Yeah.
I think one thing that come up in the past is being like having the trainer in a card or whatever, like a Charon, but the world champion. But this is still pretty cool. It's like a pretty cool thing that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but I still don't get the world's Pokemon XP theme at all. I don't know what they're. I feel like every past world's themes, it makes sense based on location. Like there's some location thing going on there, but I don't know.
Left up in the air a little bit still, perhaps. There's all sorts of other little details, like, in the background here too, little planets or solar systems, rockets, a
Peaceful.
lot to analyze. But you know what this also means is there's
Mm,
just gonna be 2 Worlds Pikachu Plus to buy.
that is true. There's gonna be two different ones. It's gonna be the Pokemon XP, and did they like? I don't know if this happened. I kind of assumed that Pokemon XP was gonna be going on in San Francisco leading up to Worlds. Maybe that is still true. Actually, but did they talk more about like dates, or is it all just gonna be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, kind of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like throughout that weekend?
Here they tweeted out these ticket things. So register for the multi-day interest list from April 2nd to 23rd. It doesn't have the dates of, like,
Those might just
what
be up.
when the Friday or Saturday single day, Friday or Saturday single day, Sunday single day, Friday,
Okay.
Saturday, or Sunday single day.
Okay, yeah, so it's just like a 3-day event thing.
Yeah,
'Cause, like, the way they made it kinda feel like or seem like at Worlds was that, like, Pokemon XP was gonna be, like, almost like the whole week leading up to Worlds or something like that. That was, like, the gist, the vibe I got, but honestly, I might just always have been wrong.
I think so.
Yeah,
It's on brand.
might have just been trolling. Although it'll be interesting to see what they do, like, if they do similar stuff to what they had in, like, Japan, like, in San Francisco in general for that week. Kind of there was, like, a bunch of Pokemon-themed stuff throughout Japan, especially in the area where the Yokohama area, there's, like, a bunch of Pokemon stuff. Or
Yeah,
if it would
there's
be
like a
anything like that.
parade, a drone show. They did stuff at
Yeah.
like there's all sorts of stuff happening in Hawaii too, right? There
Yeah.
was all these
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, Hawaii was pretty similar with, like, they had a ton of stuff going on.
yeah, not as much in Anaheim.
No. So I am curious then, I mean, I guess did they talk too much more about what Pokemon XP is gonna be or not really?
Not really. There is a video that they tweeted so you can watch the full gist of what
'Cause
was
there it's
said.
yeah. So it is like a I mean, it's like a pretty big it is supposed to be like an event in itself besides just the World Championships. Kind of a I assume just kinda like
Yeah.
a, I don't know, celebration of Pokemon or just like a big Pokemon convention, I guess is what you could think about it as
It was
maybe.
2 minutes worth of the presents, so I think you can find 2 minutes. Also, your boy
Would you show
oh,
up?
there we go. This shot in so many different random things, I feel like. It was in the world's closing ceremony. It's such a cute little shot, dude. Samuel is adorable.
Fun activities and interactive something. Interactive exhibits.
Overall, you just can expect fun activities, including interactive exhibits. Um, I don't have it set up so that anyone will be able to hear what this is saying, but pin trading cosplay showcases, unique panels, hands-on workshops, visiting the Pokemon Center pop-up store, and then here's the reveal of the artwork.
Yeah.
Illustrating Pokemon XP alongside the highly anticipated World Championships.
Turning it more into turning I mean, it is 2 events, but it's kinda just like 1 event still probably, or pretty similar to that. I'm sure there'll be different halls for different things, but it's a big Pokemon convention on top of the World Championships.
All right, are you ready
Mm.
to see the new starters for the first time?
Oh, sure, yeah, let's do it.
All right, one, two, three.
Dude, these don't even look like that much like Pokemon.
Dude, you sound like every annoying person on Twitter. They've
They
run out of
don't want
ideas, dude. They've run out of
well, no, I didn't say
ideas.
that.
That's what they say, bro. But then in the first generation, there was literally a Pokemon that was a Pokeball, and then the version of him that evolved was like the upside down Pokeball.
The that's true. The dog looks like a lion. What is it called? A Pomeranian? Is that the kind of
That's
dog
funny
it
you
is?
say that because his name is Ponbon.
Bonbon? Yeah, looks like a lion Pomeranian. The other thing looks like just like a bird. Dude,
Yeah,
I mean,
people were saying it looks like an Angry Bird or the
I mean, the
Duolingo
bottom,
bird.
I mean, the top one and the bird just look kind of like they did. I mean, they look like they're like just animals from a cartoon, kind of. I don't know. They look less Pokemon, but I don't know if that's even fair to say. Do they actually look like less Pokemon-y than Pokemon? The frog does look like a Pokemon. Honestly, it just looks like a female Froakie. Like that's all I'm getting from that. What
So
is up with
this
its
is
tail as well? Well, I guess it's a lizard, right?
it's a gecko. So this
Hmm.
Pokemon is the water gecko Pokemon Gekwa.
Of course.
Gekwa. And then we've got I'm reading from the Pokemon website here what it says. Picking Ponbon, the guileless and friendly puppy Pokemon.
I bet the bird is gonna evolve into something pretty cool, and the fire Pokemon's gonna be pretty cool, and the water Pokemon probably will not be very cool. It's gonna be a chestnut type situation where it's like, "Ooh, Chespin, really cute little guy," and then it's just like, "What happened?" when you get to Chestnut. I think that's gonna be the water one. The water one isn't like, yeah, the water's definitely my least favorite. But I have faith in the bird. I have faith in
Do
the
you know what
bird
his name
evolution.
is?
I actually saw the name. It's something with a B, right? BW
Brout.
route. Yeah, I saw the name.
See, he's got the angry
He's got the
brows that are
brow. Yeah.
sprouts.
It's a
Brout.
little like I feel like it's a little too on the nose. That's like,
Dude,
like
this is Ponbon, the Pomeranian. I saw a tweet that was like, uh,
yeah, but it kind of sounds like his name's just making fun of him. Like he's just
yeah,
like that sounds like a nickname you'd give him if you're
and
like
this
his
is the
friend.
water gecko Pokemon, Gekwa. Gecko and Aqua, like,
Yeah.
they're pretty on the nose
Well,
these days.
that one's kind of cool. All right. I guess the thing is they're all on I guess they're on the nose, but it's like it's just kind of like it's making fun of him for having like a sprout as his unibrow. Like they're just going after my man for no reason.
I think that I'm kind of leaning I think I might be going with Brout on this one, to be honest, from the 3.
Yeah, I think I'm there as well because I feel like there's no way the water Pokemon ends up being very cool, and then obviously the fire Pokemon is gonna be good, but like, but I have faith in Brout though. I think they're gonna
The last
do
time
him
I
justice after giving him the name Brout.
in my life when picking my first my starter Pokemon for a game, I've grown the most attached to the starter grass Pokemon twice before the game. First one was Trico, and then Sceptile, Grovyle and Sceptile, both pretty cool, so works out.
Yeah.
Next one was Chespin,
Mhm.
mm, and then we got Quilladin and Chestnut, and I was like, not. I mean, Chestnut's okay. I don't think Chestnut's as offensive as you think he is, but
I don't know. It's just such a forgettable Pokemon.
it was not my
Was it ever good in
favorite.
the video game? Definitely wasn't ever good in the TCG. Like, man,
But so now that means I'm due for a dope evolution by picking the grass starter, right? He's gonna be cool.
maybe we'll see. I'm with you. I'm Team Brout. I'm Team Brout. Think if you just
I
wanna be if you just wanna, like, play it safe, you go with the dog, um,
I
and
was
then
kind of
if you
leaning
wanna
towards
be
the dog
disappointed
initially, because I
you go for
usually
the
like to
gecko.
I usually like to go with the derpy dumb Pokemon. Those are the ones that I feel the most attached to most of the time for some reason. Like I love Coco, I love Totodile. Like those dudes know what's up, and Ponbon kind of fits that mold a little bit, right?
I feel like Brout's in that category as well, though. Definitely derpy looking, like, definitely a derp. More
Well, he's
angry.
just
He's, kinda angry
yeah,
looking, though, too.
he's
But, yeah.
mad, and
I
he just
mean, it's not
doesn't know
his
what's
fault.
going on in the world, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, it is just his sprout brow that makes him look angry, though. He's probably not actually angry, but it gives him kind of the angled in brow that makes things look angry, you know? Maybe he's angry, though.
Let me show the initial reveal of them real quick. At the end of the trailer for the games. Oops. Where the heck did the YouTube w my tab just disappeared. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. What the heck? Okay.
How much
Alright, here
later
you
do they
go. Here's
usually
the
oh, okay.
reveal. There they are. Squad. See, he's not that mad, but he's also kinda mad.
He just looks mad, but I don't think he is. Bonbon.
I don't know. They've all honestly, Gekwa, I was, like, not about at first, but it's kind of grown on me too. I don't like this sprite of it, but it in the trailer, I was like, "Okay, he's kind of a homie."
Yeah, I feel like you're just gonna get disappointed with Gekwa. There's no way.
To be determined.
It's like a disappointment.
And then the last bit of relevant to us news, I guess this whole tangent wasn't really relevant to us, but,
It was a
was this
pretty big deal.
trailer.
People gotta know if they gotta stop watching the content after we pick the wrong starter Pokemon.
So a new trading card game trailer featuring lots of classic cards from over the years. Per
Oh, I was
What's up?
her name was like a glue arc or something. I was like, what is that? Because it's not. It's just different languages. They're just using different
Yes, they're
languages
showing
throughout it.
lots of
Yeah,
different languages, yeah.
that's why I was confused at first.
Showing strong cards from over the years of lots of different cards, and then revealing the future awaits with these, like, weirdly
Mm.
shadowed Mew and Mewtwo.
Oh, so they didn't tell us anything.
They didn't tell us anything. No set symbol, no set name,
Huh.
but this
Is this gonna be the start of like the new thing?
of what? Oh, the new generation?
Yeah.
Probably not. Like, it won't be Winds and Waves base set.
What is Winds and Waves? That's a game?
That's the name of the new Pokemon game, yeah,
But do
that's
we know
coming
when
out
that
in 20 it comes out in 2020. The trailer says coming 2027.
so probably is it usually November, right? When the new game drop?
Yeah, it's usually
Or the
been November,
holidays?
but people were thinking it was gonna be November this year.
But it's
That's not the
not.
case anymore, so
Yeah.
who knows? The whole release schedule might be thrown off.
They gotta come up with a bunch of stuff before.
But you didn't catch what I think is the most interesting thing that was revealed in this. So it says coming in 2026, Pokemon trading card game celebrating 30 years. Ready? Look at this screen.
Yeah, I did see this.
Releasing simultaneously worldwide in 2026.
I mean, it's cool. It's just gonna be for one set though. Like,
Are you
I don't
sure?
expect I mean, I'm not that hopeful, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's I did hear this. I did hear this. This was talked about at the event, but I just assume it's just for this tournament. Like, or not for this tournament, for this set. But so I mean, I'm not reading into this at all. I'm assuming this is just for this set. They're trying to do something like, but like, I guess,
It'll feel so good though for this
I guess
set.
why? I guess like why would they do it just for this set? What is the? Who cares if they release simultaneously? I guess it lets them like make a big event about of it out of it, right? Wait, but oh no, this is something we talked about backstage. I think when this happened, at some point, because we were like, but what if this just releases? Yeah, we talked about this at some point over the weekend. What if this like releases? Like, what if Japan's a set ahead of us and they get this set and we get this set like a set early? Like, we're still just playing a fake format and like sick, I guess, but I don't know. I think the only time frame where I could release it seems like it is the after NAIC before World set, and I think it could release at a point in the format where we're caught up with Japan theoretically. I don't know for sure though. I have to do the math and look ahead to the Japan set releases. So
Like if
that's like
this
another
comes out for them after their Ninja Spinner set, right?
yeah. And what if we get it before we get Ninja Spinner or something? Like that's the
Well, when
problem
are
because
we
like
supposed to
we're
get whatever Ninja Spinner is supposed to be?
May. We're supposed to get it in May, and they're supposed to get it soon, right? Like in a month.
Yeah, Ninja Spinner.
That's our May set
It comes out in March.
for them,
It
right?
comes out next
Yeah.
week, bro. It
You
comes
see,
out next Friday.
they're literally they've been 2 sets they've been 2 sets ahead of us, and they get it they get it next Friday, so they'll be 2 sets ahead of us for 1, 2 for 3 weeks because we get Perfect Order onto 27th, right? Not the 20th.
Uh,
I think it's the 27th. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
think
so
it
it's
is the
27th.
27th. Yeah,
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 so,
yeah.
like, they literally have been 2 sets ahead of us for 2 to
Because
3
rotation's
or
April 10th. Yeah.
yeah, for 2 to 3 weeks for since, like, 2 sets ago or something like that, so it's like, if they even if this simultaneously releases, like, what if we're in 2 different formats? Like and obviously, like I mean, the problem with that is, like, the game is designed around their cards. So it's like, who it could be a fine format. We're playing a fake format at the end of the day as well. I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna wait and see. We'll get the release date for the set eventually. We'll see how it lines up with what we have, what Japan has. Hopefully, it's in the same format. And ideally, moving forward, they're proving they can do it, especially on a. That's what's like another thing that's maybe a little bit annoying about this is they're proving they can simultaneously release sets when we're currently 2 sets behind Japan, but somehow they're gonna be able to release this set at the same time Japan does. So they can do it, and they can do it at an expedited rate, right? So, although maybe one of the reasons that they've been having, like, product delay issues is, like, preparing for this. So, like, to get Perfect Order printed enough of that in time, they had to, like, slow down the Ascended Heroes printing like make sure they can get a perfect order and our May set printed before they have to simultaneously release this with Japan. And Japan basically has no backup, right? Because they are the ones who are always on schedule. So I don't know. There's like some conflicts that could come up with this, which would be very disappointing, which would be just us being in different formats when we both get this set. And then, I mean, to me, it seems like a one off thing. But if it's not, listen, I want it to not be, but I've just been disappointed too many times. I don't know. We're 2 sets
Jaded.
behind Japan next Friday, like, so it's just tough to wanna be, like, super yeah, I'm just jaded. That's a good word to use. Tough,
Um,
man. I'm just
People were
a old
saying
man yelling at the clouds.
these teases might be like cards they include in the classic collection,
Yeah.
if there is one for whatever this set is. It would feel weird for them to show these cards otherwise, right? But some of these do feel kind of weird because if you look at the last classic collection,
Unless they're doing a lot of throwbacks, like, if they're
well,
if
like
there's gonna be, like, Poké Level X current, like, but, upgraded the stats, whatever.
yeah, this card was pretty good, right? This Palkia Level X,
It was okay. I don't think it was ever top tier. Maybe
but it was
before I started
played,
playing it.
right?
Yeah, it was played. It was played. I think Ross
Um,
played it actually at 2009 Worlds, if I'm not
okay,
mistaken.
yeah. That's like a format, a time frame of the game. 2008 and 2009, I'm like way less familiar with than basically every other time frame of the history of the game. But it does feel weird. Some of the, like, I mean, I don't know. It makes sense that they would have like the different rarities of cards. Like they printed an Umbreon Gold Star in the last celebrations or in the last classic collection or whatever. It
Yeah.
was never a very played card or anything. So like
What card are you hitting on specifically here? The
Salute
Lugia?
or
Oh,
whatever.
okay, yeah.
But this is cool, right? Setup you see. Was
They
this
showed Darkrai. Oh, it was a legend. That card sucked. It was bad. I don't think that one was
yeah.
ever there was very few good legends.
So it feels weird that they would have not made it like ERL or something, right?
Yeah,
Which was like a
maybe
played
it is
one.
maybe it is hinting at I mean, it'd be like if they show a legend card, does that mean they're gonna bring legends back? Not that they couldn't or couldn't
No,
could, but like,
no, dude. It's like how Tapu Lele GX was printed in Celebrations, right? Like,
how do they do Darkrai Cresselia? I mean, I guess it's 2 big Pokemon. People like Darkrai and Cresselia. That
well,
is a
I
good
think
point,
some of it
though.
is like they print some of them because of like
Competitive, and some of
these
them
are
just 'cause they're
the
cool cards.
yeah, like these are the this was the introduction of legend cards, and these were the
Yeah.
two mythical legendary Pokemon of that generation of the Diamond and
Okay,
Pearl
sure, sure,
era, right?
sure. So you think they're gonna do the same throwback set that they did or the same, like, throwback card collection in the set?
Well, it feels weird that they would post these and not do something with it, right? And then like some of these like these
Mm.
cards make sense, right? Like the first GX Pokemon of
Yeah.
Solgaleo, and this card was like, I don't know, it wasn't that good. Genesect DX obviously was very good,
A memorable
right?
card, yeah.
All of these cards were very good at a time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All four of these were very good, so these all make sense.
Mhm.
So yeah, excited to see what
What
it will
language is that
become.
Pikarom in?
Why are you asking me that?
Do you know? Because the other ones I could identify, like, isn't I think the Zacian
You
is
could? Okay,
Japanese.
what's this one?
That's Japanese, right? The Raikou is
Nope.
sh what is it?
That looks
No, it's not
Korean to me.
actually. Alright, Korean, I think the Raikou is
What about
actually
this one?
um, Canadian English.
Eh? It would be funny if it said, like, color or something with a U on there.
What that's what I'm saying, like, what is the Pikarom? That's like Raikou is Japanese or
Is it,
Chinese. You
like,
said
Thai
Japanese, no,
like,
sorry.
I don't know.
I
I
have
don't know
no
what
idea what that
languages
is.
cards are printed in these days.
What is the Pikarom? That's what I'm saying,
Like,
like, that's
why
not
would you ask this question that can only possibly make us look dumb and ignorant?
well, some
Like
of them I can identify as I see them, but I can't identify this one at
like,
all.
there it could never work out well for us, like, you asking this question.
Well, I was wondering if you because I was wondering if you know because I'm just curious, like, what language is that? I don't know because, like I said, some of them I can identify as I see them, but
Yeah.
this is not a European language. It's not
It's some Southeast Asian
it's not a
language.
common Asian language. It's not. I can identify Chinese and Japanese cards for the most part.
You
It
need
is
to
probably
stop
South Korean.
talking. Thai, it's Thai. That's what I wanted
Oh,
to
it's
guess
not.
too. I just didn't know if Pokemon cards are even printed in Thai, but I guess so.
They are. All right, now we know for the future.
There we go. We're made smarter for it. Thank you, Azul. All right, well, let's look at the results from the Seattle Regional Championships this past week. And actually, I guess before We do that. We just talk about some stuff that was going on at the tournament. Obviously, so Seattle, for those who are uninformed and unaware, Bellevue, which is just outside of Seattle, is where the Pokemon Company International's headquarters is. So there was definitely a lot larger TPCI presence at this tournament than any other ones, it feels like. Usually the West Coast ones in general, there are a little bit more
Yeah.
TPCI related things going on. Um, and there was a couple things happening through the weekend. One you and I actually participated in on Saturday. There was uh, a survey going on by people from the Pokemon Company International about a like a Pokedex card app, like not even an app. I don't even. There was no specifics. Basically, they had a bunch of cards that's had a bunch of different traits on them, like viewing and sharing a card list with people, like just different things that you would want from like a card
Database
app
type
or
thing.
database, and how important you could choose, like somewhat important, very important, or not important at all, and you ranked them throughout. What were some of the other? Some of them were like seeing the cards in other languages, seeing what products this card comes in, being
Yeah.
able to compile lists with the cards, stuff like
The
that,
only
right?
one I put under very important was, like, being able to search for, like, an attribute or a text of a card. Like, so you could search up active Pokemon, like that kinda stuff. 'Cause, like, to me,
I
that's,
don't
like, the
think that
most.
card was in my cards.
Oh, did you have different cards?
Maybe we haven't talked about this yet.
Maybe it was worded slightly differently than
I
I'm
don't
making
remember
it out to
something that
be.
said that. Yeah.
Or that's what I interpreted the card as. So, but that's what it seemed like being
I
able to
could be
basically
misremembering.
the way I read the card was like basically like custom search function kind of. So like so you could search something like 60 HP and every Pokemon with 60 HP would pop up. But it does seem like it looks like it's like to build out for some kind of I don't know, database, collection thing for cards for the card game. They don't really have anything like that, do they? Like a lot of people have made apps where you can like kind of like put your collection together in an app and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I think there's more and more stuff happening that with like the grading companies and websites like that where they're like making catalogs for you to
There's, like, the
um
limitless deck builder as well, right? It's like so that's,
yeah,
like, a
yeah.
way that you
That's like
can
way
save
less for
lists and
collectors.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's no collector focus, but obviously something like a hybrid, something in between both of those, or putting them both together, would probably be what they would be looking to do, if they ever did come out with something like that. But yeah, like there's a limitless deck builder. I just haven't like looked too much into like kind of some of the collection sites where you can kind of compile your cards and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I know there's some out there where, especially like for people who are like, um, inventory their collection and like want to know the value of it and stuff like that. I know things like that exist.
Yeah, I don't think that Pokemon would produce something, though, that tracked the value
Yeah,
of
yeah,
a
definitely
card
not,
collection,
definitely not.
right?
Yeah,
So I
which
don't
would mean
know,
it'd be everything but that. It would be like a deck builder, a Pokemon collection thing, but there
yeah.
definitely would not track prices of anything. But I know those things exist out there.
It's interesting that you only put one thing in very important to me.
I mean, I'm someone who's like a big fan of like quality life upgrades. So like everything they suggest, I'd be like, yeah, that'd be cool if it existed in like whatever thing they're trying to build. So like I only put like one thing. Like there was kind of like it was kind of like a range of like 5 spots from like unimportant to like very or like how important it was to you. I forget how they worded it, but
Yeah.
um very few most things were just in the middle of the row because it'd be like, yeah, that'd be nice. So I mean, they're all just like, yeah, these would all be good things to have. And to me, they'd all feel like genuine upgrades. I think nice to have was it literally nice to have the center row? Was it literally nice to have or something like that? I think it was. They would all be nice to have.
There was also, this new game format testing thing that was happening that, we were actually casting during the time that this event was happening, so I didn't make it over there to, like, see what they were doing, but I found out afterwards what they were doing. It was the battle box format, which they've demoed the last couple of seasons at, like, a lot of the West Coast regionals.
Have you ever had a
So,
chance to do it previously besides this one? I mean, you said you weren't
yeah.
able to do this one.
Yeah, I have done it. I did it at let me see. Let me see if I can, uh whenever I was hosting one time, we did feature on it on the stream on the Play Pokemon channel. It's on the Play Pokemon YouTube channel. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But basically what it oh, yeah, there it is. It's like it's basically like a two-player draft format. Where you have like a pile in the middle and you take turns picking cards to build a deck and you construct your deck and play it. Puka and I did this full video on it and played the game and built our decks. And yeah, it's like two-player cubing. So it's kind of interesting that TPCI is like demoing something like this out there, looking for people's feedback and seeing if they have fun and stuff like that.
I mean, it's kind of cool to hear that they have like some interest in kind of the draft format, cubing format, whatever you want to call it, to some extent, for sure. So something they're like aware of and want to gauge interest on. That could be cool. I don't even know like how they would tackle that in the future. One thing that I've always said is like there is so much filler in Pokemon packs. Like they could like obviously TPCI is not involved in the creation of the cards, but the Pokemon company could make it so Pokemon is draftable, right? Like you just like turn up the power level of all the bulk cards, not to the point where they're playable, but to the point where there's synergy amongst them for like drafting basically. I guess there would have to be like a lot of
The
fine tuning
sets are
to that
just
though, because
too
it'd be
big, I think, is the issue. Because it's like with Pokemon, you need like the evolution lines to come together, right?
okay, sure. There's
And
always the evolution. Well, you can always just do a mutant draft. I don't know. Like
well,
I
Pokemon's not gonna do that.
don't. All right, maybe not. But there's just so many cards. There's so many. What if instead of printing a bunch of bad cards, they just printed thicker lines of the other cards and then made it draftable that way? What about that?
Yeah.
I don't know how they decide what filler to put in. Because like, what percentage of a Pokemon set is
Well, I
playable?
think,
Pretty
like,
low, right?
doesn't Wizards make draft boosters for Magic? Like, what if they made draft boosters for Pokemon, right? Like, they could do
Draft
that.
boosters. Okay, sure. Well, actually, I don't know. I think there is. I think that does exist. But every set in Magic, I'm pretty sure, is draftable. Like every set is built to be drafted. I'm almost positive. Um,
Draft boosters, 15 cards, are designed for limited play, draft/shield, featuring balanced rarity for gameplay. Set boosters, which are 12 cards, are designed for cracking packs for fun, offering higher chances
hmm,
for multiple rares/mythics, art cards, and special treatments, making them better for collectors.
okay, interesting. But yeah, but the cards themselves are built to be like played in a draft format, in like a closed format of just that set. So whether it be the
Yeah.
12 cards or the 15 cards, like it's still a more balanced format. Oh, I guess it would just be kind of cool to have something more to do with the cards. I don't know what their aim is with something like this. If this is like a specific format or if this is something where they're like trying to test out for like I don't know whatever other stuff in the future. But it is cool that they have shown some interest in the. It's not something that they're ignoring. I guess is like the biggest thing. It's not something that's like, well, yeah, if the community wants to do that, whatever. They actually have some interest in doing something with it. It seems like by having these test events at these tournaments. So that's pretty cool. I feel like for all the alternate format heads, not
Yeah.
bringing back expanded, but
Testing this out, which is cool. All right. Well, let's look at the results of the Seattle Regional Championships, which took place this past weekend. We, of course, were both there casting and the event. So this is the final tournament of the um, current format of the
Phantasmal
up through
Flames.
Phantasmal Flames format. Yep. And let's just look. I'll start off looking at the metagame here and kind of seeing how things ended up with Dragapult, Goldingo, Gardevoir, and Charizard, of course, being the biggest decks, but Absol with a pretty massive uptick after winning EUIC. It almost overtook Charizard. Actually, when you look at this graphic, when you look at it on Limitless, it was more popular than Charizard Noctowl. So I think
Mm,
like on the stream graphic, we group Charizard Noctowl
yeah.
and Charizard Pidgeot decks together, and then Dragapult Dusknoir is separate. But here they're separated a little bit more, which is if they're going to be separated, it should be more like this. But
Yeah, definitely. Definitely like the I guess like it's not super consistent. Like the other Charizards should be separate, not just Charizard, Dragapult. Or not
Yeah.
just Charizard. Yeah, yeah, not just Charizard, Dragapult for sure. Yeah, it almost didn't quite double. It was 4.3 at EUIC, but that's pretty close to pretty much doubling in play percentage. But I also don't think it's like that unpredictable. I think it's pretty predictable that it would fill the slot it did in its placement. I think I was predicting 7%. So, one more percent than that. That actually something I've like thought about literally recently because we talked about that percentage backstage when we saw it, and I was like, what do you think the margin for error should be if you're a competitive player who wants to try and be like tuned? Like you don't have to take it super seriously, but if you want to be kind of like consistently tuned in and feel like you want to be like back yourself up with the numbers so you can feel confident about your meta predicting. Like 1%, is that a good margin of error? It probably comes down to how popular the deck is overall as well.
Yeah,
But
give or take 1% for an 18% meta share deck is closer than give or take 1% for a 2% meta share deck, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's like, I guess there needs to be a range based on the range you think it's going to be in for sure. But it's something I thought about for sure recently. But yeah, Absol and Zorak moving up in play percentage. I think that was predictable. Like those are going to fill those
Yeah.
slots in there. And I mean, Absol had an incredibly successful event, doing a lot with that play percent increase for sure.
Yeah, 4 in Top Cut, 4 Absols in Top Cut.
Yeah, which is like what, just one more. So for almost doubling in percentage, I guess compared to UIC, it doesn't feel great. But I feel like Absol was like a little bit more of an under the radar good play at UIC, where it's like it's very on the radar, good play for this event. So a lot more people were experienced with the matchup leading up into this one for sure. And we did see a couple different variants. Actually, I actually did not look at all top four. Were they all the retreat lock more into the Evital Erica's invitation?
Joseph's was a
Had the Genesect.
cornerstone with the Genesect, but just the one
Oh,
evil
okay.
tall.
So kind of just had the Genesect there actually.
And then Ginsburg's there, and then Hassan did have the more retreat lock element.
Okay.
So it
So
does seem like overall the like they all 4 had Genesect, and 3 of the 4 had double evil tall.
yeah. How many Golden Ghosts did Joseph play against?
Joseph played against 2 Golden Goes.
One, yeah, one loss and a tie. Okay. What was Joshua playing? I'm actually just curious. I like how we can go back to this and then
Joshua?
go
Oh,
his
sorry.
opponent, yeah.
Oh, who he tied?
Yeah, what was the Golden Go list look like? He did have them all
Had
wild. Did have them all wild.
Mobile, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was like a no counters build or not, but that makes sense. Yeah. So I would assume that this build, Joseph's build, I imagine is like pretty unfavored against Golden Go, but Golden Go did not have a very successful tournament at all. I feel like Golden Go
No.
it was the what second most popular deck,
And then in
and
day 2, it was the most popular deck.
does Limitless say the same thing? Turn the variant grouping on. What does when we put that on? What does it look
Oh,
like?
no, Gardevoir's most
Oh
popular.
my gosh, yeah, yeah, okay, but yeah, because Gardevoir had a really successful. I feel like or really successful conversion. Like I feel like Gardevoir seemed to
Yeah.
have converted really really well
Only
today
one
too.
Gardevoir in Top Cut, though.
Yeah, only one in top cut.
Yeah,
Um,
so let's just talk about those numbers real quick because there was 4 Absol in cut, 2 Grimmsnarl, both lost in ASIM, though, 1 Gardevoir, 2 Charizards, 1 Charizard Noctowl, 1 Charizard Pidgeot Dusknoir, and then 1 Joltik Box, 1 Dragapult, and 1 Raging Volt.
Yeah, so getting a little bit of variety in there, and I'm looking down a little bit further. Where was the highest placing Golden Go?
I think there was 1 in top 32.
Okay, okay, that's pretty rough to be honest. That is not a great showing,
Yeah.
at all. I think a lot of it is due to the Absol players figuring out the Golden Go matchup. Golden Go's, I think, less teched for other tech inclusions like Ogerpon has become a better play in general, with people not playing like the Lopunny and stuff like that. So I think a lot of it's like the Mega Absol players figured out how they want to beat Golden Go, figured out the matchup. A lot of it is the retreat lock stuff at this tournament, but Toad Scroll was I would guess Toad Scroll was still the most popular way that Mega Absol was plays. I could be wrong on that. We did see Noah effectively lose the win and into Grant Manley on stream and was playing that Toad Scroll build. So
Yeah.
I think that was still probably the most popular way the deck was being played, but I think it's that what a lot of it has to do with is, yeah, people just like figuring out the Golden Go matchup. Even the Grimmsnarl is going up to that 3/3 Frostlass. Some of the Golden Goal players cutting their picnic basket. Honestly, maybe it just comes down to a lot of the Golden Goal players like cutting. Like some of them might still be teching for Ogre Pawn, but then they don't play the picnic basket, so the Grimsnarl matchup is worse because now they have 3/3 Frost Last. So yeah, Golden Go is just like still being targeted from every single angle. No one's really giving up their Golden Go matchup at all. If anything, people are putting more stuff in for it. And yeah, Golden Go just really struggled at this event. But I think when you break it all down, it's not a huge surprise. Yeah, 3/3 Frost Last, still has a Team Devo, stuff like that. So
And this build from Zach was a 3/2 Frostlass, but had
yeah.
Badoo and Shaman in here.
Yeah, the Badoo can be a little bit obnoxious as well in the mid late game against for Golden Go to deal with. But yeah, thicker Frost Last line. Yeah, you don't even need the full 3/3. Just even having that extra snow run makes it so much easier to chain Frost Last throughout a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then talk about the Charizards. I mean, took a look at the Mega Absols. Truin, Tran,
With the
Makani
dub,
Tran's brother. Dude, I saw someone on Twitter say that Truin is actually older than Makani.
I don't think that's true. I've heard they
I've
people
heard
that
both now.
there was like the crew from Utah that was out there that told us that Truin was younger.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what I initially thought, but you're right. They did say that. Yeah. Um,
I saw someone say on Twitter, don't know how true this is, that this is Truin's second regionals.
I think I think that's correct. Maybe.
He got top 32 at Vegas and then won this one. It's pretty dope.
No, I think I've seen him at more though. No, I've definitely seen him at more tournaments than those two. I'm almost positive. But you can check his limitless. Well, actually, can you check his limitless?
Those are the only two results on his Limitless.
I'm pretty sure I saw him as no, I saw him literally at Toronto because that's the only other tournament I was at, and I saw Truin at Toronto. So
Okay.
at least one more turn, unless it was Makani, but I'm pretty sure it was Truin. I don't think because I don't think it was Makani. They do look very similar. Um,
No, he wasn't in Toronto.
does that show every player?
Yep. McConaughey's right here.
I guess I saw Makani
You
then.
saw Trevor Tran, maybe.
I didn't see the name. I saw the person. unless everyone whose name is Tran just looks like Makani. But maybe I did just see Makani. I thought I
Dude, they
didn't think it
all are
was.
playing Gardevoir. Every single person named Tran in the tournament was playing Gardevoir except for two.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Something we should track in the future when Guardy rotates, see if they all migrate to one deck together or not.
There was a lot
Um,
more variety on the West Coast for the Tran the Tran people on the West Coast.
Tran fam.
The Tran fam, there you go.
Yeah, I guess they're switching it up. But yeah, Truin getting the dub with the Charizard knocked out. Man, I thought the finals. I definitely thought the matchup was favored for Charizard, but I was like kind of going down some of the line potentials of the Mega Absol deck, and I was like, okay, especially with the retreat lock build, I was like, maybe this matchup is actually closer than I thought. But it was a pretty swift 2-0.
Yeah, pretty straight up game, yeah.
Yeah, Grant didn't have many opportunities.
And it wasn't like he bricked or anything either. Like,
Oh, he whiffed the Turbo Energize both times. Didn't he whiff a piece both times? Like he was a turn slow game
no, I thought
one.
he had it turned. Yeah, I thought he had it game two. Am I
Game two, he maybe
misremembering?
did. He was maybe on pace in game two. You might be
He
right.
was definitely off pace game one, sure.
Yeah, yeah. And Truin never skipped a beat, really, from what I could tell, and kind of put everything together pretty cleanly, and took it all down with the Charizard Noctowl deck. I mean, I guess that's like another product of Absol being so successful. It's favored against Dragapult. Of course, this deck does not have a very good Dragapult matchup, but it did not. Actually, I'm curious then. Did Truin play against any Dragapults? I love being able to check this.
I know
Like,
it is so good to be able to see. He played against no Poltnors. He played one Charizard Dragapult, but that's
this matchup
it.
is way easier to beat for sure.
Yeah, only one loss was to Zach, who made top cut with Grimmsnarl.
That matchup's pretty tough as well. What? 8 against Yanmega in round 9? Eduardo?
The
Did not
Yanmega's
have a good
crazy.
phase 2.
Oh, yikes.
The list. It's Kangaskhan Yanmega?
There it is.
I wonder what the Yanmegas are for. Taiko
The
Absol.
Grass Week dudes. But, like, why
Yeah.
not just play the Iron Leaves, right?
I don't know. This is a list for sure, though. Play a deck.
Yanmega's a Evolution Series All-Star right there.
It's true. And then we had Julius, the other Charizard in cut, playing the. It's kind of honestly, I would just kind of call it the European Zard, like European Dusknoir Zard, because it's like
Eurozard.
only it's like only top European players play this build of Charizard for the most part. Rarely do we see anyone else succeed with the deck or play the
Okay,
deck.
here you go.
Um, yeah,
It's the same list Hermione played at EUIC and others. Kyle Best.
yeah. So we usually see, and I think Julius did lose to Truin in the top four match. I think it is definitely favored for Truin. Just the knock towels make your combo so much smoother. The value of playing a build like this is like the better Dragapult matchup. You can definitely stand up to Dragapult a little bit better, but it's still unfavorable. Um,
And we had Bodhi here as the lone Gardevoir player. He was actually the number one seed, 14-0-1 heading into cut.
Good. Did lose to Grant in top eight.
Yeah.
And played a pretty standard build. Dude, actually, one thing that was criminal that I saw from a couple players was not playing Turo in Pult and Guardy after Mega Absol just had an incredible run and was like an easy prediction to be like a top deck going into the weekend. We see here Bodhi rocking the Turo. And I think I did see him use the Turo a couple times throughout the tournament to win games. So had that in his back pocket to utilize.
Yeah. I think this is funny here too, being on Limitless, you can just see like I don't think that any of these three people have probably worked together, right? They just kind of all ended up on the same list, like accidentally, most likely.
That's possible. Oh wait, these are like 3 different tournaments. I thought
Yeah,
this was
three different tournaments,
I thought this
three
was all in
different countries,
Seattle.
one in Toronto, one in
Yeah, one
the
in him.
UK, one in Seattle in the US.
It's kinda just like the Henry Chow 60 and they put a Team Rockets Watchtower in there.
Yeah.
Like Charizard's out there. Let's tech for that a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, still a great run for Bodhi, but I'm sure it
Yeah.
feels kind of rough to like fall short after
Yeah,
the 6 start, right?
I thought it was about to be his tournament, to be honest. Like the way things were going. He's
Yeah.
obviously playing very well on the day. And I think his build is like favored against Mega Absol as well. So when we saw all the Absols in cut, like I was kind of rooting for Charizard, but I was like, I would not be surprised to see Bodhi take this whole thing down for sure. He did have the Watchtower. He did the Watchtower, which gives you a lot more play into the Charizard matchup,
Yeah.
especially without Mega Diancie or anything like that.
And then there's a couple surprises here in the top 8 Azul. I mean, it's not like crazy, crazy, but like they're not the decks
I
we
would
fully
say,
expect to see.
yeah, David Andrews with the Raging Bolt here, and this list is like a throwback. The water pond seems like the only way this deck was able to survive recently. It's got Slitherwing still in there. Like I haven't seen a Slitherwing in a Raging Bolt deck in a long time, but it's funny that there was a Joltik box and cut. So like was prepared for Mason's Joltik box if they ever hit with that Slitherwing. But like the double baby ball and everything, the only like upgrade to the deck is like the battle cage, right? You're making your stadium bump an anti Dragapult card for the most part. But like the 2 Crispin 4 Sada, like that's what people were playing 2 formats ago or a format ago. People have been moving over to like the 4 Crispin 3 Sada type build. So this is just like yeah, it's like a throwback list right here for sure.
Yeah, and looking at his
Volt.
matches, he played against a lot of Polts,
Yep.
no Golden Goes, and no Gardevoirs.
Yeah, I'm honestly not surprised to see the lack of Golden Go hits because I mean Golden Go just did not do very well. So if you just start off at a decent run, like Golden Go players are suffering out there. It's not that hard to dodge them. Guardy though, did have a decent tournament, so the lack of Guardy hitting is definitely a little bit of a surprise. But I mean, you can only play against what you run into, right? Yeah, a lot of Pults though, a lot of Pults. Did take down quite a few Charizards actually as well.
And then we did have Mason Lovato with Joltik Box.
Joltik box had some interesting tech conclusions. Did
He
play
has
a
like
heavy
every
hitter.
tech.
Did play yeah had the heavy hitter in the Clefairy, something like that or more. While is always really nice for the Pult matchup. Played the Galvantula EX, which is a pretty big deal for the Charizard matchup actually. To get your one prize liability off the board, otherwise you just lose to attack, fire, Dusknoir attack.
Yeah.
So you actually just don't use the baby Galvantula in the matchup because you don't want to let him Dusknoir it. You just like evolve the Joltik to Galvantula and make it work with like hands and Iron Leaves. Um, Tool Scrapper as well in there. Gives you some play against the Mega Absol box because they like to use a Kangaskhan in that matchup. Just attack with the Kangaskhan. You can Tool Scrap with the Bravery Charm, one hit KO the Absol or the Kangaskhan. So yeah, teched out build. Honestly, but like it was good tech choice, especially for like the Scrapper for the Mega Absol matchup for sure.
Yeah. Somehow he was able to defeat
We beat.
Joltik Box on the or sorry, Crustle on the winning end.
Oh, how? Yeah, that's a good. He's got the baby Galvan. Does he have recovery? Did he even play stretcher or super rod?
I think he has a Night Stretcher. No, he has Super Odd, sorry.
Well, he's got super rod plus scrapper. So if you just catch that
Mew
first
EX can get there
crustal,
too.
you guys can punch a little bit. Yeah, you got the recovery card and the tool scrapper. It's definitely probably unfavorable. But honestly, you don't hate to see this crustle go down either. I know
I
at
mean,
the
maybe
event
he
me and
just
you
won the
were
flip, or maybe what happened, honestly, and it could just be this,
on
right?
the flip.
Won the flip, chose second. They got and donks a Dwebble. Oh no, can't even donk. There's what am I talking about? There's no
Yeah.
like
Well, you could attack
gener
with
or
Clefairy.
you can Clefairy Crispin, right?
Yeah. Cheese him.
Cheese them. Yeah, maybe that's it.
Maybe one of the games got cheesed, kind of beat him straight up in the other game. But it seems like it should be unfavored for sure. But like, it's not. You have outs. You have things you can do. And it's also gonna be one of the situations where the Crustle player is gonna be less informed than you are as well. Like everyone, like the Crustle deck can. Everyone knows what the Crustle
It's
deck
not
does.
hard to figure out what the Crustle deck's trying to do, even
Yeah,
if you've never
yeah.
seen it before.
But
But
Joltik
speaking of
Box,
which, that was kind of one of the interesting decks from there was like kind of a little bit of a sub story with this tournament. There was 8 of this like 4-3 Crustle deck in day 2 where there was no other deck or like no other Pokemon, nothing in this deck. It's just Crustle.
yeah,
There's 8 of them in day 2, and James here did lose the winning end, was very close to being into cut
very
with this deck.
close. Had back-to-back win ins, but hit Bodhi the round previous, and that's like an auto loss. It could have
Yep.
been there could have been a moment there though where Bodhi was like, I kind of want Crustle in top cut, and then like conceded to James. Um,
Yeah,
but
I
just
actually
got the
talked to
win.
Grant about that a little bit, like Bodhi,
Yeah.
what he thought about like Bodhi's decision to do that, and he was saying like Bodhi was gonna be so far ahead of everyone, and he'd already played a lot of the other high record people, so he was gonna get down paired and have to play in like
Ooh,
right,
yeah.
so
Then if he goes concede, plays
yeah,
it out, loses, he's then in the asymmetrical. He's like
exactly.
guaranteed. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
just get the dub. The dub, go from there for sure. Because you know the Crustle is still just a win away from making cut anyway, so there's a good chance you could still see them. Especially because the metagame for, I mean, the top tables, I should say, there was just not that much Guardy. There was like Grant and Bodhi, and that was kind of it for Guardies at the top tables.
Yeah.
So once James got up there, I'm sure he was just farming the opposition every single round. Like win, 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 win.
Yeah, I mean, he stomped the Golden Goes,
That's why that's
Charizards.
why David didn't play against any Golden Ghosts because James was picking them up.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is a pretty sad tournament to look at, right? X 1-1 and then just loss,
Yeah,
loss.
it feels bad, and yeah, it definitely seems like a. I mean, I'm not that informed about Crustal's matchup, but it seems like it probably would have been favored against Mason for sure. Not able to get the dub there.
And then we've got Hedrick with
Lone Pulp.
good old Poltnor.
Yep.
Did lose to Mason. That game 3 was a super, super unfortunate one for Hedrick. Because, like, he just couldn't even get like, he was still in a fine spot, like, after going down 4 prizes, if he just, like, literally finds anything, and he just finds nothing.
Yeah, the comeback potential wasn't that unreasonable. He just need to find an Iono to kind of like kickstart the comeback, and just could not ever get it. And then Mason kind of made like an inevitable board state,
Yeah.
and it was tough. Yeah, that was a lot of people think they got unfortunate odds. That was pretty unfortunate. Like that was pretty unfortunate. It'll come back around. Hedrick will play enough Pokemon where he'll make a top cut and his opponent will just completely brick. But it definitely feels bad in the moment to watch it all happen, especially with how many cards he was seeing. It was just like Fez, Dracloak, no second Dracloak, and things started spiraling out of control.
Anything to say about the Grims?
Scrimsnarl, that's the deck. I don't know how they snuck into cut. I'm not gonna lie. Mega Absol was super prevalent. Grim is super mid. Not a good matchup. They got there though. They did get there.
Beat 1 right here, or 2, sorry. Or no, I'm trolling, 1. No,
Yeah, beat one,
yeah, beat 1
lost
and
the
lost to
two,
1, yeah, yeah.
lost in
And
the
lost in cut, yeah.
yeah. Took out a couple mirror matches though. Kind of feel that always like feels like bad when you play like a low percentage meta deck and then you just have to like take out your your fellow
Yeah.
Grim enjoyers on your way up. I guess they have to get there somehow, right? Like, there's no like, it's, like, gonna be that much harder for a Grim to get there unless, like, it's a Grim
Oh
beating a
my gosh,
Grim.
look at this tournament run, bro. Alakazam, Bolt, Ho-Oh, Armarouge.
I bet Zach is super thankful that because he played the Shaman, right?
Yeah, he did play
It's a
Shaman.
big deal in the Bolt matchup, and honestly, even against the Armarouge matchup, because they have the Water Pawn, like,
Right.
that is they got the blue Ogre Pawn. That is also, like, a pretty important card. Can
Yeah,
be a
that was
pretty
a funny
important
moment on
card for that
stream this
matchup.
weekend where you forgot what it was called, and you,
Yeah.
like, didn't wanna say Blue Ogre Pond. You're like, "I forget what its name is, the Ogre Pond?" I was not sure
Yeah.
what you were talking about.
Blue Ogre Pawn.
The Blue Ogre Pond. You, like, kinda said it quietly like that, "Oh, the
Yeah.
Blue Ogre Pond," like,
Blue Ogre Pawn.
don't hurt me, Pikachu."
The blue one, the blue one. The Wellspring Mask, Ogre Pawn. Whoa, is that an Alakazam towards the top? Hold
It
on.
is an Alakazam towards the top, and yeah, we were gonna talk about some of these top 32 lists, and this is certainly one to take a look at. Shoutouts.
Text for the Grim matchup too, the picnic basket. Hold up.
Yes. Yeah, shoutouts to Jose here. I think this is his second day 2 with I remember seeing I think Celio tweeted about Jose. Yeah, he got day 2 in Milwaukee with this deck as well, and day 2 with Conkeldurr in Pittsburgh to kick off
Yo,
the year.
Jose
So,
likes
a
the one
rogue
five
deck
stage
enjoyer for
twos.
sure.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
gotta
just love the
appreciate it.
Dunsparce. Maybe just a Dunsparce enjoyer, because both those decks,
True.
those have been like the best suited Dunsparce decks for a little while now.
Yeah, gotta appreciate that for sure. But yeah, it's an Alakazam deck. I think this deck obviously becomes much more feasible after the like rotation happens. It doesn't feel like it
Yeah.
loses that much right now. It feels kind of tough.
I was getting Pokepad, so you get the Pokepad
That
buff.
is true.
But yeah, the deck is like fine. Like right now, Sending Heroes format, fine. Probably not competitive, not that competitive. Like it's still like that's the thing though. It's like we still see Jose up here. We saw a top cut in the last Latin American regional, I believe. So like it's kind of weird to say it's not competitive, but I think it's not competitive in the same way like Joltik Box isn't competitive. Like I mean, Joltik Box also got cut here, but it's like it's the deck's got it pretty tough in the current metagame format, whatever. So we're making it work though. Love to see it.
And then Zorg didn't have the best tournament overall after like kind of popping up into the uh top 6, right? But Stephen Vong here got top 32 with it, and then Aiden Koos and Liam
Full
Halliburton
build.
to Zork. Enjoyers were just outside. This one is a little bit different, right? With the Toad Screw Lot Bunny. This is more what we saw from like Liam in Toronto.
Yeah.
Um, I have to imagine Liam and yeah, Liam's list was
Played
the same
Narmada
as
too.
EUIC. And then I think Aiden had like the what's the big guy? The Okie Dokie EX and the
He's
Binding
not losing to
Mochi.
Ogre Pawn, yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, this is also to beat Mega Absol. That's like one of the big draws to that inclusion. Tool Scrapper, Mochi, Okidogi does KO an Absol. Um, honestly, I don't even know if that matchup is good or bad without this thing, but you probably win the matchup if you got the Okidogi
I
on
mean,
your
what do they
side.
do if you put this guy in the active spot on turn 1 and use the first attack, right?
Double E
Like
switch to your Kangaskhan, hit heads.
that's it.
We got him.
I don't know if that's the play or not for this thing is to like just push him and use that attack, or if you just like power it up through Janine or
How
whatever.
many? What is there a whole E switch Janine combo in here? Could we do it in one
Yeah, there
turn?
is.
Okay, we're never
1
doing
Janine, 1
that.
E-switch.
That's a
What do you
scam.
mean? Secret box finds it all.
That's a scam. But yeah, if we just, I think we could just poisonous muscularity or whatever.
I mean, also, like, we're going second, right? So, they're not
Yeah,
gonna punch
we are
you
choosing
when you're going
second.
second. You juice him turn 1 going second.
Okay, I don't know. We have one. Oh, okay. We have
We
Cyrano,
have
so we can
Petch.
Cyrano for Patch Oki. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I was like, man, we have one nest ball. I don't know how we're getting this thing set up on the first turn, but you're right. You're right. Not wrong. Oh, this is a Toad Scroll build, but it only has one TM Evo. Dude, how are we finding Toad Scroll in this thing? I have to
Do you
imagine this thing's Golden Go matchup is not that good.
do you know how many
Like,
cards you draw with this deck?
you know how fast Golden Go is?
He lost to 1, beat 1.
I have to imagine because you don't have like the ETM Evo Super Rod chaining. Like that's how you beat Golden Go. Is like you just chain out your Golden Goes or you chain out your Toad Scrolls efficiently that way.
And then any other interesting decks from the top 32 we wanna take a look at?
Nothing else stood out to me. There was that Frostlight, yeah, the Frostlight Monkey Dory.
This looks similar to Sanders' list, minus the 2 crushing hammers.
Yeah, I think if I play in, thank goodness, no crushing hammers, bro. This is the deck I would want to play in Houston. Like,
Yeah, it does seem pretty good.
Pokey pads in there, we're cooking.
The Mega is also not bad.
You gotta calm down with the Mega. You've
The
been
Mega is definitely not bad. Dude, like, the Absol matchup is definitely not that good with this deck currently, right?
I just don't think Absol will be a good play. I think Zorak with Zekrom is too much to overcome, but we'll see.
People will definitely still play it, though.
That's right. I won't play against them. They'll be 0-3 or something.
Well, buddy, you're playing Frostlass Monkey Door. You're gonna tie a couple in there for
What?
sure.
I am not doing. I'm gonna be so quick with it. It's gonna be
It
insane.
doesn't matter how quick you are with that deck, I don't think.
Yeah, true. My opponent's gonna be fumbling their dice the whole
Yeah.
freaking match.
Oh, Max, though, only 1 tie. Respect that for sure.
Like that. There was a
And
Iron
then
Hands Magneton. Yeah, the Maridon.
Jesse Parker dot deck.
Mm-hmm. Looks like the exact same 60 or close to. I don't think Jesse played in Academy at night. I don't know though. Actually, maybe he did.
I think he
Oh,
did.
he actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I don't
sure he
think so.
did.
I played with the deck on PCG Live. I don't think he did.
Top 32.
Moment of truth.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I thought he did, but maybe not.
I don't think so. Nope. I'm curious what the difference was then, to be honest. Maybe second squawk. Yep. Second squawk.
Wow, good job.
Quick with it.
So quick. All right, well, there you go. There's the results from Seattle. Putting a bookmark, a bookend, I guess we should say. Closing the chapter of
Phantasmal
the
Flames.
Phantasmal Flames format.
And now
Thoughts
we're
on
gonna
the
go
format
into
looking yeah, we're going into Phantasmal
Phantasmal
Flames
Flames.
2.0 format.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I think the last couple formats, like, the thing is, like, they are stale. We're seeing a lot of the same stuff. I think Mega Absol, it was cool to see it kind of rise again towards the end here. I had like its big up and then a down, then a up. It's kind of, up and down. I think there was probably always hope. I guess in the middle there, it was pretty tough to beat Golden Go when they were like super prepared for you. But the full like the retreat lock style build hadn't really been discovered. Maybe if more people had invested in that, it could have been maintained its more consistent results. But I mean, it's like a fun format to watch. I don't know. I just enjoy watching this format. Trying to pick a deck for this format is pretty bad. But if you just have a deck you enjoy, you don't even have to pick a deck. You just like if you're a Guardy player, you're a Pulp player, whatever. And it has felt like that was this not just this format, but we've been in that kind of format for a while because those decks have been so good for so long. So yeah, good format, a little bit played out. We've been here for a while. Overall, though, really enjoyable Pokemon to watch. It's an enjoyable Pokemon to spectate. Maybe more of a spectator's format than like a player's format, though. I guess I could see that. Because even for some of the players, I have to imagine like if you're a Pult Nor player, you like I don't know, some of the whimsy in the game of the Pokemon TCG is kind of gone when you just like know you're rolling up with the same 60 next mages. There's nothing to test or like figure out. You're just like, yep, I guess I just wait until the tournament comes around and I don't know, go play a different game or something like that.
All right, Azul. Well, before we get to our final topic here, we of course do have to do guess that flavor text, where each week you or I picks a card, reads the flavor text from the card, and has the other host try to guess which Pokemon is featured on that card. Would you keep score?
Hmm.
I'm currently losing 40 to 41, hoping to ward you off of scoring any points this week, as it is my turn to pick a card for you to guess. If you get it right without using any of the available lifelines, you do get 4 points. The lifelines are what set the card is from, what stage the card is, and read an attack name for each lifeline you use. You do lose one of those 4 points. Azul, I've got my card picked out. How are you feeling about your lead? Are you nervous? Is the question.
I mean, not really. I think it's gonna be. It just feels like it's gonna be hard for me to get points. I just need to hold you off, to be honest. So like this week, I have no expectations, basically. No expectations. Don't expect to get any points. If I do, cool. But it's really all about me coming up with a good flavor text for next week and every week after that until I finally land some points, and then there'll be some breathing room. I'm ready.
I have a problem.
I have a card.
No, my card, I just checked the list and it's one that we've done before.
All right, like the exact card or just the Pokemon?
The same Pokemon and
Mm,
probably the same flavor text.
all
Okay, this
right,
is a good
well,
one.
okay.
Found one pretty quick. All right. Are you ready? It loves to bite and yank people's hair from behind without warning, just to see their shocked reactions.
Hear to me again?
It loves to bite and yank people's hair from behind without warning, just to see their shocked reactions.
For some reason, I think this is like the basic grave dog Pokemon. Greavyard? Is that the baby one?
Grievard is his name. Yes.
Greavard.
Put some
I
respect
don't know.
on that
I don't know
name.
why do I think it's Greavard. But also, how would it get up to someone's hair unless they had long hair? This makes things maybe a ghost Pokemon, but I guess Greavard is Greavard a ghost? It could be. But is he floating around up behind someone's head and biting their hair? So it makes you think it's like a goat, like a prankster ghost. It could be Ghastly. I don't think it's a Ghastly. It doesn't sound like a Ghastly. Would it be? But I think it fits like it for it to be a dog Pokemon. I'm gonna have to use some lifelines here. Let's go with what set the card is from.
It is from Ascended Heroes.
I don't know if there's a Greavard in this set. I don't think there is. Oh, I mean that's the latest set. All right, give
True.
me an
That's a good
attack
point.
name. I still think it's a basic Pokemon. So,
Ascension.
oh, I wait. Read it again. I know what but I don't think it's that Pokemon.
Well, many Pokemon have had the attack Ascension, buddy.
Yeah, but I know the Pokemon that has Ascension in the set.
It loves
Oh,
to
one of
bite.
them, I guess.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It loves to bite and yank people's hair from behind without warning, just to see their shocked reactions.
I mean, it's well, unless there's another Pokemon with Ascensions. I guess it fits though. It's a psychic floating Pokemon that I don't know, psychic Pokemon like that are pranksters. Like it's I think it's Mischievous. Mischievous has Ascension in the set. Um it's the basic, right? Mischievous?
Yeah, Mischievous and
It's me.
Mismagius, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
It's
Mismagius.
I'll lock in Mischievous. Mischievous.
Locking it in.
Maybe it's not, maybe it's the set before where the Mischievous came out, but yeah, I'm locking it in, yeah.
Locking it in. All right.
Mischievous.
For those playing along at home, this is a basic Pokemon as well, using that last lifeline, which I guess makes sense with the attack Ascension. This is what happens when you have to pick last second and don't get to think through the fact that Ascension only is on basic Pokemon. So it's like one less lifeline for you. And also picking the newest set when Azul reviews every card in the newest set because Azul it is indeed mischievous.
Oh my chip! The fumble is real. Uh, we actually talked about this card on the podcast. I'm pretty sure at some point when it got revealed. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I
What's the
talked about it on my
Mismagius
channel.
do?
It's terrible, but like it's good to take note of cards that have a good attack, like the
We didn't
Mischievous.
talk about this on the podcast.
Okay, it's probably during my set review where I'm just like, this is just a. I probably added it to my buy list because it has Ascension.
Dude, I should have waited like 2 months and then I could have done it and you would have never known.
I don't. Probably not. Yeah, you probably are right. I probably wouldn't. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'd call back because I did make note of this card because it has Ascension. Ascension's a really good attack to have on
Gosh,
your basic. Damn, that's +2.
that is
I would have
+2.
never guessed Mischievous is like floating up behind people and biting their hair. I don't think that doesn't like when I see Mischievous, maybe
See, you
lore
would have
wise.
never gotten the card I had picked out.
What was that?
But you also didn't get it last time because you got 0 points whenever I had it last time.
You don't want to tell me? You want to save it?
I mean, is stuff that we used in the past still fair game?
Oh, that is a good point. I feel like we should switch it up.
The energy that burns inside it enables it to move, but no one has yet been able to identify this energy.
Golurk?
Bro, you would have gotten it. It's Golett.
Oh, Golett. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's one of the goals.
Well, you got 0 points on that one last time, so
Yeah, but I would have like asked if it was the basic. I would ask for the stage at least for sure to
well, how did you get 0 points and then now you just know it?
because you asked it before. We've
Do
done
you
this
just
before.
remember?
Yeah. I was like, it's one of the golems.
It's one of the Ets.
Yeah, it's one of the
The
ets.
Urk. It's the Et or the Urk.
It's one of them. Apparently, it's the et.
Dude, I'm so mad, man. I should have
This
double
is big too.
checked.
The points matter way more now. Wait, did we talk
You
about this on
know
the last episode, or we talked about this on the bonus episode?
what?
The possibility of doing seasons. Guess that
I
flavor
think we
text
talked about it on
seasons.
the bonus episode, but
Ooh, okay, well, I think
I
it's a
don't
good
remember. We
idea.
might have talked about it on the main episode. I don't remember.
As long as I have a lead, we should do that. I think that's important
Oh
to
my gosh. Ridiculous. I cannot believe that just happened, dude. That's how you've gotten so many that's a lot
Dude,
of your
that's on
points
you
have
though. This
come
is like
from a lot of your points have come from that situation where it's like I either forget to pick a card and it's like we're starting the thing and I just like have to quick pick something quickly, or I have to pivot last second for some reason. I feel like it's
gotta be
happened at
more
least like
prepared.
3 times.
Gotta lock in, Chip. The fans are disappointed in you. They don't
I'm
believe.
disappointed in me, honestly.
Although I do have like every event that I go to, I have people tell me that they're rooting for me to win the guess that flavor text. At least one person mentions it.
Yeah, because everyone likes to root for the underdog. I will say basically no one ever tells me that, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Like most of the
Yeah.
time people tell me that they're disappointed in me for not being better at it.
What'd you say?
Most of the time people tell me they're disappointed in me for not being better at it.
Oh yeah. Well, I am too. Like I'm with them. Like
Yeah. It's
it's
just because it's
definitely
the being on the spot aspect of it.
yeah, for sure. It's yeah, definitely a little bit more pressure. But you have some like deep cuts, like in terms of like your callbacks for like some of your guesses.
I
It's
do be
like
knowing some Pokemon lore. Not
you know
as
it's
much
three
as a
years
lot of
old
people,
and
but
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'd say you're actually I don't even know. Do you think you're average or above average for like a Pokemon fan? Someone who's
uh
more in depth in the Pokemon TCG. Are you probably above average, right? In terms of knowledge?
of Pokemon knowledge, I'm above average of a Pokemon TCG fan or TCG player, I would
Oh, but
say.
the VGC players have to be it's gotta be insane.
Yeah,
They play the
probably.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
All right. Well, hopefully next week I can spike a nice little 4-pointer to take the lead.
No. I'll maybe give you like one.
RK Azul Ascended Heroes finally officially legal for play this weekend. There is an event this weekend as well, special event in San Juan in Puerto Rico. There was a stream for the last Puerto Rico special event last year, right? So
There was, and it was like pretty. They had like a decent amount of like production into it. They had like a caster's table they would cut to and stuff like that. So I expect they'll be doing it again. That would be my guess. I actually don't know for sure. Anyone who knows, comment section down below.
where was the last one? Is it? I think it was. It was probably in San Juan, but it's just interesting because this one is called the San Juan special event, and the first one or the most recent one was the Puerto Rico special event.
Yeah, good point. I actually never noticed that. I don't know. Switched it up on them, I guess. To keep everyone on their toes. There probably will be quite a few players. What was I gonna say? From the
There's 300
states
players of the
going down to
last
Puerto Rico.
ones. The last one in
Oh,
February had 300 players.
yeah, that's quite a bit more. Yeah, because we talked about it and you said like 170 or something like that.
Yeah, because I typed in San Juan, and the only one that came
Oh,
up was in 2023, and it said 127. But then I looked at
okay.
Puerto Rico, and there was one in 2025 too.
There was, yeah. They did have a stream last time. It's pretty good. Like I said, decent production. So hopefully there it is again. Everyone knows. Let us know. Comment section down below. I actually
Dude, look,
wonder if any of there wasn't that many. I mean, Julius was there. There was a couple players from Japan. I wonder if any players like plan to go because actually Ming Wang here went to the special event last year with like we just saw. So I wonder if Ming is gonna go to Puerto Rico before heading back to China. They've gone
interesting.
to a lot of events actually. Maybe they don't even live in China. Who
Yeah,
knows?
who knows?
Yeah, or they're just a grinder like that. That's also possible.
That is a lot of traveling. That is a lot of 15-hour flights.
Yeah. So yeah, that wouldn't shock me if like if we see Ming go to Puerto Rico, trying to get that Worlds invite. I don't even know how they get a Worlds invite in China either. Like, I don't even know what their system looks like actually off the top of my head.
Yeah, no
But
clue.
they spiked it up over here though. They get their invite, so
It's
I guess
true.
they are listed under China. So that means they championship points mean nothing for them for sure. Um,
Yeah, yeah, no, they don't.
Even if they are like over here for like school or something, which I guess is possible, but then
Well,
I
if
think
they
it would be
lived over here, they could
possible.
change their rating zone
Yeah,
to
that's what I
being
was
over
gonna
here.
say.
Yeah.
If they are
Like,
here
we've
for
seen
school
people
or
do
something like
that
that.
before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they did go last time. They did go last year, so maybe they'll do it again. Run it back.
American players getting the easy EU invite back in the day
Being
by being in school in Europe.
oh, I didn't remember. I didn't. I can't think of any player off the top of my. I didn't remember that being a thing. But I'm
Well,
sure it
I
did
think
happen. Yeah, of course.
yeah, yeah. So what really changes with the new format? Obviously, Pokepad.
It's a card. I think the big things that stand out to me are Zorak gets Zekrom, Pokepad. I had a third one as well, but I can't remember what my third point was.
Mega Charizard YEX.
That's a card that, yeah, technically does release in the set. This is true. Um.
Larry's the Dunsparce EX.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So it's like it's not just Pokepad, but like the decks that get better with Pokepad. Dragapult is disgusting. I think. Like, yeah, it's insane. Like I played with Dragapult a decent amount with the Pokepads, and it's absurd. Like the biggest thing that I think actually happens with the deck is like, sure, you find your Dracloaks more consistently, but the big thing is like how quickly you get to your Dustnors, your Dusclops and Dustnor lines. Like your opponent is on such a shorter clock to deal with Dustnor. It's actually kind of crazy. Like the list I've been playing has like triple Duskull in it, which I think is probably the way to go because you can just utilize it so much more consistently. Like you want the double Duskull on the bench. You want to be able to replace an early popped Dusclops or Dustnor with a Body Poffin for a Duskull. I don't think like Rare Candy seems like it's probably weaker as well because you can fire stage one so much more consistently. But then other decks that like benefit from Pokepad, Slow King, Frostlass, Monkey Dory, which have not been like competitive decks,
Alakazam.
basically. Alakazam as well. I don't think Alakazam quite gets there, but I could see Slow King or Frostlass Monkey Dory becoming like a relevant meta format deck where it's like, okay, this deck can actually compete for top cuts and wins. Like we've seen like two top 32s the last two events from Frostlass Monkey Dory, but the deck's never really been on the map of a format. So
Yeah,
still kind of
also from
waiting for that.
Alakazam too.
Yeah, yeah, it's been getting there, but yeah, it's still not on the map, right? Like no one's going to an event being like,
Yeah.
okay, do I have to care about Alakazam? Is it going to be popular enough? Should I test the matchup?
Should you care about Alakazam a little bit in Houston?
I don't think so. I still don't think the deck is good enough. I think the other two might be worth caring about. Um, This the ceiling for Slowking is so high. It's just like the deck is not that consistent and
That
is
was one other
vulnerable to a
thing we
lot of
should have
stuff.
talked about actually was Seattle, right? There
It's
was
all over Slowking.
yeah, there was a Slow King. He lost like the last 2 rounds, I think, but
Wasn't too far away.
he started X and 2. He was like 11 and 2, I want, or not 11 and 2. He was like 9 and 2, I want to say at some point.
Yeah, yeah, he was up there for a little while.
He got on stream
True.
as well.
Um,
Christopher Caro.
yeah,
See. Oh, he lost to Jishin in round 12 to get eliminated, to go to X and 3, to go to
yeah. And he played the E Hammer too, right? Which is a big deal for that matchup. So the Annihilate can KO Mega through the Mist energy. You have a way to deal with the Mist. Do
Yes,
you have
yeah,
E
it
Hammer?
does have
Yeah,
the E-Hammer, yep.
yeah. So it's teched out for the matchup. Couldn't quite do it though. But yeah, then Zekrom for Zorak, right? Like I think it turns Zorak from like anti-meta type deck to like like I could see it being a like it could be like on the level of a Charizard, Gardevoir, Golden Go. Like it could be in the mix with the big four
Yeah.
moving forward because the Zekrom inclusion is such a big deal.
I mean,
And I
I feel
think
like it'll definitely be, like, by the time we get to Houston, like,
10%.
3rd most popular deck probably, at least.
Yeah, I think it does do that much for the deck, and I think with that we did at the tail end here we kind of saw Mega Absol's like highest popularity, but I think the matchup gets pretty bad for Mega Absol against Zoroark. So we could see Mega Absol kind of just fall off completely. 'Cause it's like it's not like Mega Absol is like an extremely powerful deck. It's like it's a good deck that figured out its bad matchup in Golden Go, or it's like questionable. All right, how do I deal with this matchup? They figured it out. But now we're going to a thing where it's like, I don't think there's anything to figure out against Zorak. I think you just lose. Now, like I think you're just like, it's like a 60-40, 65 for Zorak now, maybe even more. I don't know if there's a real route. Like I just don't know how you deal with it. So that's a thing that make it they solved Golden Go. They figured out Golden Go. Maybe they can figure out the Zorak matchup. I don't think it's as easy of a solve though. So I expect Absol to potentially fall off completely in the Ascended Heroes format, which is kind of unfortunate because it's a cool deck to have exist, especially because it's not overwhelmingly powerful. It's like a
You
cool
gotta
deck
get
that is good.
community center in the deck.
What does that one do?
And your Pokemon can't be affected by
Field?
special conditions.
Well, you shut off their side of the field. I mean, they play like 3 or 4 stadiums. I don't know. I think they might
I
be
know.
okay.
I know.
It's not even that part. It's not even the 1-hit KO part. It's the fact that they can punch an Absol confidently. Because previously, if you punch it with Reshiram, they could heal themselves out of range and KO your Zoroark. But now you hit them for 250, and it's like, well, I'm getting KO'd next turn, no matter what. There's no way to deal with that. Unless or Jumbo Ice Cream. Think about it. Go
Or
Absol.
Absol plays
5 Jumbo Ice Cream.
what was it called? What was it called? We talked about this.
Okay.
Oh, Cornerstone.
Back to corner. I mean, yeah, okay. Like
I
maybe that
mean,
could be
obviously
this.
the Zekrom has shred, obviously, but like it's shred
You
for
probably
70 versus a double to triple Monkey Dory deck.
yeah, but they got Mochi, so they're hitting a little bit harder than that.
Yeah, but you got community center, so they're not poisoned anymore.
um, I mean, that'd be something to test. Maybe Cornerstone could be the card you bring back
Sorry,
into the deck.
actually, I think it's Festival Grounds is the card I'm thinking of, not community center.
I think it is, yeah. The
I
community
think
center
community
heals 10
center
if you played a
heals if you played
supporter.
a supporter. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, hit them with the grounds, bro. They can't beat that. Zorak's worst matchup is the Diplin, the Festival Lead deck, because of Festival Grounds taking away their attack, their bonus damage through Mochi.
It's true.
So if it works for that deck,
They need
works
that
for this
bonus
deck.
damage in that matchup for sure.
Yeah, they need So yeah, that's like the biggest question mark. That's like the biggest shift I could see. Zorak becomes 10% plus meta deck. Mega Absol's not playable anymore because Zorak is that actually that good. Um, for sure. Maybe there's something to figure out though. There could be something to figure out. Maybe Zorak can still or Mega Absol can still exist in a meta where Zorak's a tier 1, tier 2, 10% meta deck. Have to wait and see. It's not something I've tested enough or played enough to really have that strong of an opinion on if it's that bad. Just like all little bit of theory mining.
Let's talk about the San Juan special event this weekend and make a couple predictions about what we expect to see with Ascended Heroes Now Legal. First up, how many order pad will there be in top 8? Not top cut, top 8 specifically. And we're doing that just because the top cut is like a little undefined, right? Could be 12 players, could be 16, could be 8, right? So we're going to say top 8. How many order pad are there?
I am gonna say, man, the
Total
question.
count across all decks.
Yeah. Oh, that makes it. I need to guess how many Dragapult I think are gonna be in cut, and then my question is: are most Dragapults playing 3 or 4? It's probably 3 to. It is 3 to 4, but I'm wondering like where people are leaning. I am going to say there's gonna be 3 Dragapults in top 8. I could see 4 Dragapults. See, like, this is the situation where it's like Dragapult is like already figured out. Like there's not like a lot to figure out, but it's like the other decks have to figure out like what they need to do to be able to compete with Dragapult besides play Gardevoir. And even then, the Gardevoir matchup got considerably better for Dragapult, I feel like. So it's going to come down to the Gardevoir players playing a build that can handle Dragapult, but I don't think it's going to adjust enough. Like, I think Dragapult's going to dominate this tournament. That would be my prediction. So I'm thinking 4 in top 8, each playing 3 to 4 Pokepad. That's 12 to 16. Then we could get another couple decks with another couple Pokepad. So let's go with 17 Pokepad total.
17 Pokepad.
See, what else plays Pokepad? Like Zorak sometimes play 1 or 2.
Frost last Monkey Dory, if you think that'll be a deck that shows up.
Yeah, let's go 17 Pokepad. I'm going 17. I think Dragapult has a high chance of really just destroying like completely dominating this tournament. For sure. It's just so early on in the format. Not a lot of results to go off of, but Dragapult just becomes so much better. Like,
Yeah, 17 is a lot. I feel like there'll be some other random decks too. Like, I mean, I feel I wouldn't be like it's gonna be a smaller tournament, right? So like,
um,
I wouldn't be surprised honestly with the new cards. Maybe an Alakazam gets in there,
got some
Frostless
Pokepads.
Monkey Dory, right?
They got Pokepads.
Exactly. So I'm thinking it might be even more,
More chill.
honestly.
All right, chill. What about Guardy's playing zero?
Yeah, probably right.
Yeah, Guardy plays
Oh, a
zero.
question could be, will Guardy play that horse card, the Spectrier? That card's pretty good, honestly. I think
I don't think so. There's just no real
it's
reason.
a
No
it's
one's
a
playing
bit
Shaman.
it's a big. Well, it's not just because it plays Shaman. It
You can
serves a similar
also
function to Screamtail and doesn't just get KO'd as easily as Screamtail does, right? And it also
true.
discards your energy so they don't get stuck
Yep.
on Screamtail, right?
True. And you can Monkey Dory it. You can't Monkey Dory the Screamtail.
Exactly. So I low
There
key
is
kind of
some.
think I low key kind of think the Spectrier could be pretty good.
I guess is that ever better than just running another Bravery Charm to just beef up your Screamtail to fix all those problems?
Well, you find the horse a little easier than you find the bravery charm.
That is fair. That is fair. I don't know. The horse just saw like zero play. We actually saw Shinosuke cut it from day one to day two in the Champions League he played. So
Yeah, it was just useless.
that's not a good that's not good. That's not good for the horse. It's not a good sign.
I'm gonna say I'll say I'll say 16. Go one under you. You said 17. I'll say 16.
It's gonna be like 7 or something like that.
6 or 7.
No, it's 7. It'll never be 6. That's a weird number that it would never be. I don't know why you'd even say that.
Highest placing non-order pad Ascended Heroes card. What do you think? Pick a card.
I mean, there's like one obvious choice. Dude, what other choice is there?
You
I'm
can say
going.
Zekrom. I'm not gonna judge you.
I know, but I can't think of anything else. I know what you're gonna pick. I'm gonna go
You
Zekrom because I know
do.
you're not gonna pick. I know you're not gonna pick Zekrom, so I'm gonna say Zekrom.
And what am I gonna pick?
Mega Frost Lass.
I'm picking Mega Frostlass, baby. In the Frostlass Monkey Dory deck. Dude, I actually think it's pretty good, to be honest.
I was underwhelmed by it, but no, I was underwhelmed by it. That's all I
Nah,
got.
it's pretty good for sure. It's good against a lot of stuff. It's good against like Grimmsnarl. It's good against Dragapult because like Pult wants to get to a Pult and like have nothing else in play, and their hand just keeps getting bigger.
It
And
is good against Grim. It could be good against Grimmsnarl. That's a good point.
yeah,
I don't know how good it is against Grimmsnarl. That matchup is so tough.
I don't know if that's true. Is it true?
It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Hmm.
Like you have to set up Frostlass. If they don't know how to play the matchup, it's pretty good. But if they know how to play the matchup, it's really bad. Because you have to set up Frostlass and they don't, and then they're just playing a deck that can punch you for 180 damage and 30 snipe to KO your Monkey
Mm-hmm.
Dories more aggressively.
And then last but not least, Azul, pick a deck to win the tournament. What's
Dragapult,
taking the first major dub in the
Dragapult,
Ascended Leaders
got to be the Pult.
Ascended Heroes format?
So honestly, this would be a good time for Hedrick to roll up to a tournament like right now.
I mean, I think he has won that tournament in the past, right?
Yep, did yeah.
Like 2023 or
There was
2024.
more of a reason for him to attend that one than this one though. Like he's gonna get his Worlds invite. There's no cash on the line, but maybe
Was
he
he
just.
not going to get his Worlds invited the last one?
I think it was maybe on the
Oh, he went to
line.
Bogota.
Oh, was it not? I thought it was.
I thought it was Puerto Rico too.
Yeah, I thought it was.
No,
I
he
mean,
won
now I
Bogota.
definitely think his invite was on the line if he made it all the way to Bogota.
No,
Or
dude, he had won 2 regionals that year.
I guess he was just gaming. I don't know then.
He was grinding, dude. Holy cow. First. Also, I realized this is why
Just loves
people thought
poke.
he'd won 5 majors was because they looked at that special event,
Yeah.
or that he had won 5 regionals because they counted the special event. 4 regionals, 1 IC, 1 special event. I did low key kind of forget about this Vancouver regionals though when we were talking about him.
It was basically not a real tournament. Dragon Ball had Lance in it. Like the deck was so insanely broken. You had Lance. Like Lance is insane.
Yeah.
Fake tournament, not real. Unserious tournament.
Is that
Unserious
true?
format. Yeah. Only one Badu though. Oh, I guess you had Rotom. Sometimes you're a Rotomine. Yeah, because you get Force first. You'd Rotom a
It's so
lot.
funny to me when we go back and look at, like, old tournaments, like, how you, like, re-download the information about, like, why the deck worked.
Yeah. Why it was good. Stuff like that. Definitely.
Alright, Azul. I'm gonna pick for my deck to win. I'll go with another one that's not, like, a crazy pick, but I'll go with In's Zoark.
Okay.
Well, I think that is it for our episode this week, unless you got anything else you wanna say, Azul, before we get out of here to our bonus episode.
No. Take us out.
Well, thanks so much to everyone for listening, as always. And if you did enjoy, be sure to leave us a like, a review, rating, comment, subscribe. Those things do help us out a bunch. Let more people discover the podcast and let us know you're enjoying what we're doing over here. And if you want to stay up to date with myself and Azul, the best place to do it is over on X. You can follow myself at Chipritchy Azul at AzulGG, and you can follow the podcast at uncommon_energy.
Yeah. Appreciate the support as always. Shout out to everyone who came up to me and Chip and said what's up over the weekend. And we'll catch y'all next Wednesday, 7 a.m. Eastern.